Hey guys, it's Sign here with HobbiesofaMan. Once again, and today we're going to be doing another comic book review. We're going to be looking at Ultimate Spider-Man issue number 6. I think I just reviewed issue number 5 a few days ago, but it is what it is. So, the artwork changed here back to Chichetto, which is good because I like his artwork a little bit more than, what was it, Messina, the guy that did the artwork for issues 4 and 5. And we come back to his artwork because we're getting to the really important stuff here, right? Like we're getting to finally see Spider-Man fight some bad guys properly, and it's really, really great. Also, this cover, awesome. I love this cover. I think that they've been doing an amazing job. I love this strip that makes the background art in black and white. I think it all works really, really nicely. I love this styling. I think it's great. And so this opens up in June. The family is having breakfast together, and Pete's face is fucked up. Like it's beat to shit. It's horrible looking, right? And they ask him what the hell happened, and he's like, "Oh, I fell down the stairs," right? Which is ridiculous because I don't even think they have stairs in his house because they live in like an apartment, right, in New York. And no one believes him. And then as they try to get more information out of him, May gets kind of like flustered and upset, and she spits out the fact that he's Spider-Man, right? Well, she says that he's a superhero because he doesn't have a name yet, right? And so the secret is out. She gets upset and she's like, "Sorry, Dad, I didn't mean to say anything about your secret." And Pete's like, "You know, it's fine. Don't worry about it. It's all good. I was gonna tell your family, you know, your family members or your brother and your mom eventually, so it's okay." And so now he spills it. He tells them how he got hurt. And this leads into the main plot line of the story, which is going back a few hours in time to see what the hell was going on. So Peter and Harry are in their superhero suits. They're staking out Wilson Fisk's place, and they're waiting for the right moment. They chat about what the fuck is going on, what they're gonna do, and Peter is like, "Dude, I've never broken a single rule in my life. Like, this is not exactly what I thought we were gonna be doing. Are you sure this is okay?" And Harry is like, "Dude, relax. He's a bad guy. It's okay." And I really like this. I think it's really funny. Like, is this necessarily what I think of when I think of Spider-Man? No, not really, but it works really nicely because this is exactly what a 30-year-old guy that kind of just went through life, not doing anything, you know, messed up, but might say in a situation like this. So I really like that. I think it works really nicely. It's really funny. I had a lot of fun with this part of the story. And so they just jump in, they break the window, they enter into the building, and the thing is that the Kingpin actually is not surprised to see them at all. He was expecting them. He's like, he even tries to act like he's surprised, but it doesn't work because, you know, he is bad at acting, and he's like, "Oh no, what am I gonna do now?" And that was also really funny. And then it turns out that it's a trap, right? They get beat to hell, and it's really fun. I really like this fight. I think it all works really, really nicely. Harry makes a goblin bomb go off to try to escape. It doesn't really work. Fisk's like has some sort of resistance to this concussive blast of the bomb. His suit gets damaged, so it falls away. And we reveal that he has these like tribal tattoos on him. I'm not sure what they are supposed to be. I'm sure that there's something about them that is supposed to mean something, but because I'm not entrenched in the Marvel lore, I don't really know what that is, right? Like, is it Wakandan stuff? Maybe. Is it, you know, some sort of like mystical thing? Maybe. I just don't know what it is, but it does give me like Maori tattoos kind of vibes, and it's really interesting, right? I think tattoo is the wrong word for those you know, Polynesian things. I think it's called moko, right? So it gives me that kind of vibe, right? Which is cool, but I don't necessarily know if that's what it is. But I mean, it still looks awesome, so I like it. And Peter jumps in. He jumps on the back of Fisk, and he's like, "Dude, why are you ignoring me? You think that someone in a bright red and blue suit would be more attention catching, right?" Wilson Fisk is like, "Oh, sorry for ignoring you." He grabs him and he starts beating the shit out of him. And then finally, Harry, now that he's not, you know, being like punched into the ground, manages to set off a bomb properly this time, grab Peter and escape from there. Right in the nick of time, they explode Wilson Fisk's place. And of course, Fisk isn't dead because I doubt that would happen. And now we're back to the family. Peter's talking to them. They ask him if he's going to be safe. He's like, "Well, I'll try my best. He can't really promise that he'll be safe, but he'll do what he can to make sure that he comes back. The kids leave, and we get Peter and MJ alone, right? And Peter is like worried. He's like, am I in trouble? And she's like, well, no. There's a lot of problems that I have, and there's a lot of emotions going on right now. But ultimately, I think that the feeling I feel most is pride, right? She's proud of what Peter is doing. She's happy that he is finally taking life into his hands and doing what he needs to do, being altruistic and wonderful and a good person, right? So I like that. They also have a little bit of a flirty talk to them, which is fun. And then she tells him to wear a suit. She gets picked up by him, and then they go swinging off into the city while she tells him that he's Spider-Man. And I love the ending to this issue. I thought it was great. I wonder if this is where the arc ends. I think that the way that this has been packaged is that there's only 4 issues per trade, which is kind of annoying. But I think that this is a good ending to the first arc of the story, if that makes sense, right? Like, this is like, okay, we have established Spider-Man, we have established the Green Goblin, we know where they come from, we know their origin stories, and we know that their families know who they are. From here, the adventure can really start, right? So I think this is a good place. If you like the series, but you don't think that you want to continue, this is probably a good jumping off point where you kind of understood where the characters are and you really don't need to know anything else, right? But for me, I'm going to continue. I really, really like this story. I think it's great. I've never been the biggest Marvel reader. I think this is literally the only Marvel comic that I pick up at all. And sometimes I wish like maybe I should jump into X-Men now that they're doing a new series or something. But then I think about it, I'm like, no, I'd rather just watch the movies if a good one ever happens to go on into the theaters again, right? But this is a great series. I really, really enjoy it. It manages to keep me interested, even though most Marvel things have failed to do so. And I love the artwork, I love the coloring, I love the storytelling, everything is great. So yeah, those are my thoughts on Ultimate Spider-Man number 6. Thank you guys very much for watching. Let me know what you thought down below, and see you guys in the next video.